not three. Imam, like Imam Musa Kazim alayhi salatu wassalam, was imprisoned in certain rights for 14 and 19 years. He was in jail at different occasions. Nobody rose to ask the rulers, what's the reason of putting the Imam who has been authorized by Allah to become our Imam into the jail? Nobody asked. Oh, my respect, my honor, my dignity, my business, my job, my children, I won't sacrifice that for the sake of Imam. For that reason, 11 of the Imams, they were martyred. If the people would have stood at the time of Imam Ali, nobody would have dared to kill Imam Ali in the Masjid of Kufa. If the people would have played their role properly, nobody would have dared to poison Imam Hassan. If people would have to perform their duties properly, nobody would have dared to kill Imam Hussein alayhi salatu wasalam and imprison the sacred family of the Holy Prophet into the marketplaces of Kufa and Sham. Nobody would have dared to do that. So that was the reason that Imam Hussein came out to do Amr bil Ma'ruf and Nahy anil Munkar to the people. But what is the impact of that Amr bil Ma'ruf and Nahy anil Munkar? Have we started thinking about our duties towards our Imam? Or this Imam, the 12th Imam, when he comes, he will also say, Hal min nasir yansurni? Like the Imam Hussain said, nobody was there to support him. We are duty bound, my brothers and sisters. We are duty bound to play our role and get ready. Before we say Ya Layt, no doubt we should say Ajalallahu Ta'ala Farajahu Sharif. No doubt. But with that we should also be prepared that if Imam comes, then we should be prepared. This is the country where the birthday of the Jesus Christ is celebrated in a way. However they celebrate what we see, you see from one corner of the world to the other corner of the world, everybody is celebrating the birth of Jesus Christ. We are the followers of Imam Zaman, how we are celebrating. We have got prototype of function, we sit down, noise, qasida, speech, you go home, food was good, thank you very much, see you next year. This is not the way. We need to get involved. It's not something like a football match that you keep on watching, the speech was good, the know-how was good, arrangements were good, food was good, and we see you again. This is not the way. My brothers and sisters, we are duty bound to change our attitude. We need to get involved and check ourselves, you know. Like in our job places, we see how much we have improved our grades, our education, our organizational level. Imam Ali said, he asks us for piety, contact with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. First step is to get linked with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وَالَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا سَوَاءٌ عَلَيْهِمْ أَأَنذَرْتَهُمْ أَمْ لَمْ تُنذِرْهُمْ لَا يُؤْمِنُونَ. Those who negate and don't accept Allah to be their Lord, for them it's equal, O Prophet, that you invite them or you don't. You scare them of Jahannam or not, it will not have any effect. The first effect will be only on those people who are linked to Allah, who have submitted to Allah. And submission, I kept on saying in my previous lecture, submission, 100% submission is required. Submission, it is there or it is not there. 20% submission is no submission. 30% submission is no submission. 90% submission is, and after submission, the second most important step, I want to go to London. One very important thing I must possess to go to London is that I should have a self-control. I should have control on myself. I tell my body to move, my body should move. If I don't have a control on myself, if I don't have a control on myself, I can't move anywhere. So we should have self-control. And the third step is piety. And once we become pious, then we can get linked. Because there are certain needs and requirements to become the follower of Imam Zaman Ajalallahu Ta'ala Farajahu Sharif. That's 10 minutes. So Muhammad wa This was a piece of something chili food and something very spicy, you know. Something a bit hot. But this is the reality, brothers and sisters. This is reality. We want to take the fruits of Islam, we need to change our attitude. At the time of the Prophet, we are waiting for our Imam, and there were people who are waiting for the last Prophet. The Jews, they were waiting for the last Prophet to come. Their Maulanas told them that the last Prophet will come in Hijaz. So how did they wait and how we are waiting? We are waiting, no doubt. This was something, فَمَكَرُوا وَمَكَرَ اللَّهُ وَاللَّهُ خَيْرُ الْمَاكِرِينَ. We have come to wait for Imam Zaman in Europe, in good places. But the Jews, they were waiting in another manner. They left the lush green places in Palestine and moved to the dry deserts of Hijaz, so that when the Prophet comes, they should be there to invite him. And their offsprings, their children, at least should be able to recognize the Prophet and be with the last Prophet, as we are waiting for the last Imam. But what happened then, when the last Prophet came? There were too many who stood by the Prophet, because in Mecca, he went to the Medina because there were too many Jews there and they accepted the Prophet. But there were too many Jews with whom they had to fight a battle in Khaybar. So if I am just a believer, that's not enough, my brothers and sisters. I should be practically standing with the Imam. I should feel the Imam in my heart, in my soul, in my thought, in my action, in my behavior, in my attitude, in my movement, in my friendship, in my enmity, in my life, and in my death. Only then I can say that I am waiting for the Imam. Have I got that link with Imam? I don't feel that. If Imam comes, am I ready for him? Am I compatible with the system of the Imam? Everybody, every Tom, Dick and Harry won't be able to say that, oh Imam, I am with you. No doubt, there were too many people who are saying, oh Ali, we are with you. But where were they? Those people who were saying, oh Ali, we are with you, where were they in Karbala? People like Amr Saad. What was he? Saad bin Abi Waqqas' son, who became Muslim in a very starting period of Islam. In the time of struggles, he became Muslim. And his son, what happens? He's in Karbala. And his call of the religion, call of wisdom, Aql, is calling him towards that don't stand in front of Imam Hussain. He's the truth and justice, he's the rightful person. Don't stand in front of him. But on the other hand, his ego, his wishes, his inclinations, his personal wealth, the government of Ray, that invited him. No, you will lose this kingdom, you will become the king. His personal inclinations diverted him from the path of wisdom. And we see another personality in Karbala. Who? Who is that second personality? Who was in the same situation like Amr Saad. That was Hazrat Hur. The same personality. He was the commander of the forces of Yazid. He was in the command. And then his wisdom was telling him that this is the son of Hazrat Zahra. How you dare to kill him? Leave your wealth, leave your position, leave your worldly things, sacrifice everything. He listened to the word of wisdom. And Amr Saad didn't listen to the word of wisdom, he listened to his inner self's inclinations. What happened? Amr Saad vanished away into the history, and Hur became live and will be living till the day of judgment. Everybody has got a Hur and Amr Saad in himself. Me also. We have got a Hur and we have got an Amr Saad in ourselves. Let's see which one we are supporting. We should support our Hur so that the Hur comes out and stands in front of the system of Yazid. We can't dare, we can't say that the system of Yazid is flourishing and moving forward, because the time of Imam Zaman is close. It's very close. With every day passing, with every month, with every year passing, we are getting closer and closer to the time of Zuhur of Imam Zaman. Maybe before the next year's 15th Shaban, we might be celebrating that Imam is among us. But are we ready for that? If not, maybe next year, maybe 2 years after that. Even if not there, the Imam should be there in our hearts, in our mind, in our souls, in our actions, in our behavior. The Hussein's, what he did, Amr bin